But I honestly thought that this was going to be the last neighborhood in New York to go. And it's going, isn't it?
It is going. You know what makes me worry is that we're losing in the center of the city the working class neighborhoods. And it's important that everyone have a place.
Michael LaMonaco grew up in Brooklyn and has seen the city change as he established himself as a chef at the 21 Club, then Windows on the World, and now Porterhouse, just up the street a ways.
We're losing the hell in Hell's Kitchen.
They're taking the hell out of Hell's Kitchen. I love that.
My old neighborhood, Hell's Kitchen on Manhattan's West Side. Depending on what version you like, its name derived from the crowding of restaurant and service industry workers here close to Midtown where they worked. Mostly first-generation Irish and Italian, the greater part of whom have long ago moved on, but not all of them.
Well, the last are really great butcher shops as far as I'm concerned. And when I lived upstairs a few doors down, this for me was perfect breakfast. Calf's foot,
yeah,
got some honeycomb tripe. I had the nice smoked pig's tails right in the window.
Right, and these guys have it perfected. They just make great sausage.
I miss this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Thank God for Esposito's pork store.
My name is Sal Dell'Orto, and we are Manganaros in New York City. The store has been here since 1893, been in the same family all that time. I've been part of the store since I've been a little boy, and I hope to be here for a few more years anyway.
Buongiorno. So how can you not love everything about this place, right? I mean, just the floorboards I kind of want to curl up on right away. And of course,
the absolutely untouched time capsule of Italian-American Manganaro's Grosseria. Exactly, and I mean exactly as it was when the first generation of Southern Italians arrived and opened up grocery stores to serve their neighborhoods.
You know what I'm into right now? I need something in red sauce. I need something in what would you call it? Gravy, right?
Gravy, yeah. They have gravy if anybody has it.
All right, who's next?
That would be us. And, I'll have spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay.
And my
We're gonna have lasagna. The lasagna looks really good today, and that's the kind of home cooking that you gotta love the most.
Yeah.
Where somebody is standing there and they made it, and now they're serving it to people.
This was food that both provided the ingredients and recipes of the old country, but also reflected the changing realities of the new country. In the relatively prosperous land of opportunity of America, sauce, once a garnish, became the gravy, the main event.
I mean, I honestly, I gotta tell you, I feel this is like a guilty pleasure for me. I feel like I'm getting away with something. Because in Italy, you would never see spaghetti and meatballs on the same plate.
Right, you wouldn't. It's authentic to who they are. This is, I mean, the women who made this lunch, this is the great-granddaughter of the people who opened this business, maybe the great-great-granddaughter 100 years ago. So anything that immigrants brought over and then evolved into places like this, this is locked in another time.
Manganaro's preserves that wonderful time of hope, boundless optimism, and completely unfashionable old-school red sauce Italian-American in a completely non-ironic, handmade, homemade, old-school way.
If you're gonna get it anywhere, you're gonna get it in New York. You probably can't get it too many other places where it's made as well as this.
Yeah.
And the ambiance? You couldn't buy this for $1 million or $10 million. Delicious.
When did you start here? When was your first day here?
My day?
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess it was about 5 or 6 years old.
You haven't changed that much. That's what's great. That's what we all love about this place.
My mother, of course, was the chief cook and bottle washer when she was around. And then when she got a little older, then my daughters came in.
Your daughter does the cooking. Is it really your mom's recipes?
Most of them are mom's, and then she got a mind of her own that she does a little improvising. Yeah.
Will Manganaro's be here in 50 years or even 20 years? I don't know. As we'll see with other examples, the business model is not one they'd probably recommend at business school these days. But there is the advantage, an important one, in that they own the building. The next stop is not exactly a vanishing institution. The classic steakhouse model is in fact something everybody's rushing to replicate, if not outright clone. And it seems nowadays that every celeb chef, restaurant group, hotshot operator, or TGI McGrillies is trying to get in on the act. But they can't do this. Not really. If you want the real New York-style steakhouse, it helps to actually do it in New York. And you really can't do any better or more authentic than Keens, a place that goes right back to the old school, all-male world of beefsteak parties, of political power built around beef and bloody aprons and smoke-filled rooms. At Keens, the ceilings are lined with the clay pipes of dead presidents and sports heroes of another age. The walls are adorned with cartoons of political fixers and ward healers no one even remembers. The main reason people have been coming back here since 1885, meat and liquor, plain and simple. Josh Ozersky, the man known to some as author-blogger Mr. Cutlets, the senior restaurant editor for City Search, and an expert and enthusiast on the aesthetics and physical properties of a properly cooked hunk of animal protein.
You know, the steakhouse as a genre, in many cases, has descended into self-parody, but like Keens exists as a working restaurant and not as a museum of steakhouseology.
Right. There's no phony bric-a-brac here.
We debate over dinner the essential elements of a true New York steakhouse, not some Kobe-ass mango tomato relish modern homage to a damn steakhouse. A steakhouse.
All right, so essential components of a New York steakhouse. Old wood is always a good thing.
Right.
Oil paintings.
A dead animal is good too, a stuffed animal.
A dead animal, always a good sign. A real one. Now, should there be a wedge of iceberg salad?
There might or might not be a wedge of iceberg salad. The key thing is that, like as with the case of this carrot and celery,
Right.
it's something that's so stark and unappetizing that it's obviously a gesture of hostility towards the vegetable kingdom. The point of it is it's supposed to be bad.
But here's another question. What does a manly man like us, what would we drink? What would the appropriate right
Scotch.
to the meal?
Correct.
No wine.
No.
Wine is...
It's effeminate. I mean, this is closer to a bar than a restaurant.
It's one big bar with really gigantic bar food.
That's basically what it is, you know.
At Keens, it's all about the meat and a few other untouchable, unimprovable elements. Jumbo shrimp cocktail, and they better be jumbo, big boy, and with horseradish cocktail sauce too. I don't want no wasabi mayo. Meat, of course. Either lamb or mutton chops, steak, or a mammoth slab of bleeding roast beef. To be accompanied only, but only by creamed spinach and maybe some hash browns.
Oh, I believe our meat courses are holy Jeebus.
I told you.
My King's Cut prime rib turned out somehow larger than I would have imagined possible, but I'm not scared. And Josh seems surprisingly at home in front of the mutton chops, what is essentially a double porterhouse cut of lamb.
This is what I love about this. This is so unattractive.
I don't know, I just think that's straight on beautiful. Oh my God, that's good. Great?
Okay, you tell me.
Oh, holy. Yeah, that's just already, you know, it's flooding the head. I'm on like DEFCON 5 here. I mean, you know, this is like unbelievably wonderful, but compared to that, I mean, that's just
Well, there's
blackout.
plenty for both of us.
Good.
Let me have a little bit of the
Yeah, please, here. I like to think that if you came here in another 50 years, that it would be exactly the same.
There's a reason that there's only a handful of these places left. I mean, it won't change until it becomes a bank.
Well, I don't think there's much risk of that lately. Meat might be the new unit of currency by the time this airs, you know?
That's right.
I get a lot of respect. I hate it.